Yeah. Coach, obviously just an offensive onslaught tonight. Was there a certain thing that you were looking to attack, where three-pointers just falling? What was the reasoning for how great you guys played offensively tonight?
I just think we show great maturity in terms of how we approach the game. Right? They obviously had a lot of guys out, and sometimes you can take a team lightly, and we all know this is the NBA. Games like this you can lose. And it started with our defense, really. Like, we got stops. I keep telling once we get stops, our offense is so explosive. So I think it started with our stops, and then we're getting that we got a ton of shots and open shots in transition.
Sam, obviously, this is only his fourth game this season, making 4 or more threes. He had 9 tonight. It's a career high. For someone who you're not necessarily worried about his shot because it'll come around, we've talked about this a couple of times, but how important and how helpful can it be for someone to just see shots fall?
It's important for him. I always tell him, you're our defensive stopper. I mean, his defensive numbers, his team defense, on the ball defense is really good. And you guys see it, all the lineup. He's in a lot of our good lineups. And so I don't want to say it's about making shots. Some guys it is about making. You got to make shots, but for him, he's such a good all-around player. Tonight is just icing on the cake. We all knew it was coming, right? I mean, the guy's a great shooter. He's struggled a little, but it never affects his defense. Never affects what he puts in on the other side of the ball. So he's just a key cog in our bench and our team.
Danny.
You guys set a couple of franchise records, points in a quarter, points and a half, three-pointers made in a game. Do those things mean anything? Do you think about those as they happen?
Not really. Not really. It's kind of like everything that goes along with winning, right? Like all-star nominations and when you win, these are just, it's like I said, icing on the cake. Or I will say it gives you more confidence, right? As a team, you're breaking records, that have stood for a long time. Should be proud of that. But I love that it's coming, on the heels of a big win.
And then Evan hit a couple of threes. It was the first game he's had multiple three-point makes since his calf injury. Do you think that three-pointer is back to where it was before yet, or not yet?
It looked better tonight. It looked a little, and he had a little hesitant. I love tonight. He just kind of let it fly. And I always look at his attempt. How many attempts are you getting up? And like I said pregame, I saw him stay after these past couple of days and work on it. And I said something to 2 days ago, and I'm like, man, you got to get your 3-ball going again. I said, just getting your rhythm, and it's huge if it's back for us. I don't see why it shouldn't be.
Jim.
Can I just think about what you said about nothing surprises you anymore before the game? Just everything that happens in the league, all the roster moves. Why is stability so hard to achieve and maintain?
Yeah, great question. Coaches yearn for it, right? Like, especially when you're good, and I think it takes real belief, like Kobe has said, like about this team, and not only the talent but the character, because we all know, you guys especially, like, you're always, man, it didn't work, you didn't win the championship, so you got to change, and I think I think sometimes teams, they're too quick to change, right? And too quick to change something, or change a roster. So this is kind of like proof that it can work if you stick with it. Obviously, we got to confirm that, right, in the playoffs. But it's everybody always is screaming in professional sports, screaming for change if it doesn't work out exactly like it should.
You guys, you and Kobe have both been saying this since you got here, how much of an advantage it can be for you guys to have this continuity. Just like it's pressure to ask that again now we have a big trade. What sort of advantages
I swear, I mean, you see the way we move the ball, right? You say, oh, that's this new offense, Kenny, but it's not that. It's continuity and skill and these guys do things like Sam goes back door and we hit him for a layup. It's like that's just these guys have been together and they've played together for a long time and they have confidence in each other. And it's that's a big part of this story, I think.
Yeah.
I know you said you don't think about the franchise records as they're happening, but after the game, even tomorrow, how does this team reflect on big games and big moments that they are able to make happen?
Like I said, it's the icing on the cake. I'm sure I'll read about it tonight and tomorrow. See on Twitter, and you're like, man, like you're a part of this. You're humbles you a little bit, and you're really. Gives you good feeling. Like I said, it gives you confidence, right? Like, wow, we can do this, and we can set records, and what else can we do? Like, how much can we push the envelope? But it's like I said, it's pretty cool.
How do you see you guys appreciating that when these moments do happen?
Yeah, we celebrate. We didn't celebrate in their life, but Sam hit 9 threes. That's something we shot him out, and the guys we gave him the game ball and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you gotta in this crazy long season, you gotta celebrate individual moments like that. Team records, we didn't celebrate that, but maybe we should.
Kenny, did you know Sam was one away from setting the franchise
No,
mark?
of course the players know, and I'm sitting there like run a play for them, or if players are always more savvy. I'm like, man, what are we gonna get a stop down there? Like, I'm kind of in the moment of the play, but the players knew, and Ty knew, and they were looking for him. Tristan was obviously setting a lot of good screens for him.
Darryl. You had 40 assists on 53 field goals. What would you consider to be an efficient assist to field goal ratio?
40's a lot, right? Like that's pretty special. I keep saying this team has a lot of connectors. Guys that can pass the ball. George can pass. Ty is obviously a really good pass. DG, Don, like Kobe. And it's credit to Kobe, like really just putting these pieces together that fit. A little bit's what we're doing on offense, but most of it's the skill and the roster he put together. That's then we're just kind of got the spacing right, and then these guys just pinging around, and we're getting good shots. And big part of the the passing is like our shot qualities. I think we're one in the league, right? Like in shot quality, so it's not like not like we're just making shots, tough shots. I think we're getting good shots.
I think you put Tristan in with like 5 minutes to go in that third quarter, and you were able to keep the starters off the floor for the rest of the game. What type of decision is that for you as a coach? Because this is such a game of runs, and you realize maybe you have it in the bag, but you don't want to do anything that maybe
tough
gives
decisions. They really are, and unfortunately, we had a few of our young guys sick tonight, and you're like you're on edge, right? Like you're up 40, you don't want to get God forbid, you don't want an injury, right? And then part of the pact with the starters was like, we'll give you the first 8 minutes of the third, and let's take care of business, right? So we can get you guys out and get you some rest. We obviously have a big game coming up, so that was huge, right? These wins. Help your tank, your gas tank, your reserves, and we'll get this back, whether it's next game or the game after. And you know how it is in the playoffs too, how important it is to take care of business, right? And not extend series. Like, I think it's all connected. Like, you have to, if you can take care of business early, it's a big, huge advantage across the board.
Evan, then Joe.
Kenny, this is the first game Karras has been back in a while, and I guess a little bit of an added bonus of you guys really extending the lead is you got a lot of extended run on the floor tonight. What did you make of his return back?
Good. Yeah, good. I mean, I said in the locker room, he raises the energy level on both ends. It's his defensive pressure, and then the way he runs the court. I just feel our whole team elevated. He's just what do you call that, energy bunny. He's just all over the place. His activity, his hands, his ability to run, his ability to drive the ball. I felt it tonight. I thought it was in pretty good rhythm for a guy that's been out that long.
And what did you make of Jalen Tyson? It's another strong game.
Yeah, strong. Fills all the scores. Still makes rookie mistakes. We're all on him. We're all coaching him. But he's giving us good quality minutes right now.
Hi.
Long time no see.
Yes, sir. Do you expect this team to be active this week at the trade deadline, and do you think you guys have enough?
Oh, that's a Kobe question. I think, I'm focused on this team, and we're pretty good, right? But I think Kobe talks to me like always. His job is to make this team as strong as it can be. So, what that means, I don't know. What comes across our kind of our radar? I think it depends a lot on that. Quite honestly.
Okay, no, Coach.
All right. Thanks
you.
everybody.